I don't know what it is about this week, but just real hood energy is just following me around. I don't know. Did I like upset the hood gods?
What I also wondered, what I also found out recently
Am I
is that
tempting fate?
my neighborhood, you know, where my parents be at, where my parents lay their heads and shit,
Yeah.
was on hood news the other day. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Who's still in rims?
Well, I started being like, since when are we considered hood?
Is
like,
it
if
like
you got hood news? I bet you don't pull up to like the Woodlands and there's a situation there and hood news is covering it.
So what was it? Was it rims?
I'm not talking about all that. Damn,
were they still in rims?
You acted. He be asking federal
what were they
questions.
on the news for?
Yeah, what were they in the news for?
I think.
Who did it?
Well, I don't even know. I think it was just like.
I did it. Who did it?
Damn, which one of y'all pulling up to my parents' hood like
Pablo.
that? Let's start the show. Two, one.
Welcome to Suicide Citizens Podcast.
I'm Zen.
Hey, it's Ruben.
So we out here, and let's just get into it. Really,
Aliens are real.
Aliens are real.
Yeah,
No one cares.
No,
we all care.
Well, here, no. Here's the
Or do
problem.
we not? Are we not getting paid enough to care?
No. Here's what's happening. I think everybody would be like, "What would happen if aliens showed up?"
Yeah.
Right? No one's really thinking what would happen if aliens were already here as much.
Yeah.
I mean, people will be like, "It'd be Mark Zuckerberg or whatever." But I think, for one, there's been so many. This is just the solidified. Everyone's been telling us. These same people on other news platforms have been telling us that aliens are real and that we have them or whatever.
Yeah. Dude, where's Tom DeLonge? We owe him an apology.
So at this point, it's really just like, oh, well, our lives have maintained the same with these aliens here. So
Tom DeLonge, I'm sorry, bro. We should have listened to you.
I was listening to you. I just want to say that. I be saying UAPs.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, right? It's
what's the political...
unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Well, so now that aliens are confirmed,
this derogatory.
We got to make sure that we treat them like they were born here, not like they flew here. You know?
No. They're not even like they're hiding a child, dog. What are you talking about? They're like, you know what I mean? Like they got these people on lockdown. They don't have them out here in the real world.
Does that mean I can stop getting called an alien?
That might be an issue. I don't know how we're... No, because I guess alien has a specific meaning, and you could be... They're just intergalactic aliens.
Yeah.
You guys are just...
You're alien. We're alien. They're extraterrestrial.
Right.
Yeah. We don't want to be racist to the aliens.
Yeah. How dare
But then again, Homegirl said extraterrestrial is derogatory.
Yeah, Demi Lovato told us what to say.
You're right.
I could... What did Demi
Hey, what
Lovato
do you think
say?
the aliens identify as? They give
That's
off
a whole
they, them?
thing. Well, here's what I don't know at all, because I don't know. Technically speaking, a lot of people would say like our evolution would eventually lead us to not have babies naturally, because that would just kind of seem inhumane. Like when we hit a certain level of technology where it's like, yo, we can just create your baby, like why with your genetics and stuff, and it's the same. Why would you put a woman's body through that type of torture in this day and age? Like, that would be the argument as we evolve.
That's the whole plot of Who Cloned Tyrone off of Netflix.
Yeah.
And with that being said, you would assume that a species that was able to make it to Earth would have already gone through that and likely aren't making children spawns naturally the way that, like, you would think anymore. So I don't know what their gender would be. You know what I mean? I don't even know if they would really have gender. It would just be like ideologies. But we don't know. We don't know, though.
I think Pablo zoned the fuck out. Because I kind of zoned out.
He's still thinking about his story,
and then Pablo
though.
goes, like you just fed him some food.
I was just waiting for Zen to give like
you just fed him some food.
No.
He's like, just summarize this for me.
I was waiting for him to give like, you know how he gives like this crazy ass like hypotheticals.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it and it
that.
didn't come.
True. I was also waiting for it. That's why I had to come up with my own.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I have crazy hypotheticals? What are you talking about?
Bro, it'd be like, yo, what if your son's gay and you walk in on him like sucking
What
dick?
if gay
like,
people are just aliens
Yeah.
and we never knew? Some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, like-
and we'd be like, damn, then it would make sense why they're, taking over the culture.
Well, no, what if it
And
was like
why-
that? So, ooh, this is so wild. So they came through and they made the pyramids, right? Like, we know that now that they were already here, so likely they created the pyramids. During that time, there was also a lot of like why did that era of humanity fall? It tends to become like this thing where apparently sexuality is a really big thing right before the collapse. They say that with like Rome and shit like that. Caesar's time or whatever, the salads and shit. So
You know,
If that
Caesar
was the
salad was
case-
invented in Mexico.
if that was the case,
Let it finish. But
because we always talk about the gay gene and are you born that way or is it something? And then technically speaking, if that was the case, the aliens could have implemented the gay gene through one sort of like.
What if
And
that's
now
the-
because that's kind of like they don't have to.
what if that's
the
like
gay
a,
genes? Cause like they
that's
got
like
it
their
because they don't
version
gotta
of?
be.
Do you think that's their version of COVID? Is the gay gene?
It's not like that. It's more so because they're so asexual. You know what I mean? That when they just find their partner, they don't really give the
So does
gender
this mean
hormone. They just give
Scientology's
the
right?
gay hormone. So then it starts spreading around. It's population control. I don't know.
It's crazy out there. Hey, aliens, if y'all watch this, hey, put us
Y'all
on,
made me
man.
give a crazy
put us
scenario.
on.
I
Like, we
had
may
to
not be
find
big
one.
in the U.S., but
Yeah.
in, you know, whatever
We could,
they
in a
call it up
galaxy
there,
far, far away.
we could be it.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
So let's get into what I think is very important right now. And I know it hasn't been on the topic of y'all's mind as much, but Travis Scott just dropped for the first time in I think it was
right
4 or
now?
5 years.
Damn.
Oh.
9:55.
No,
But isn't it crazy?
Yeah, he dropped.
Isn't it crazy that he linked up again with Live Nation and tried to commit, mass genocide at the pyramids?
Hey, and the aliens.
Okay, there's
Really
literally
are.
a monopoly on this shit. It's literally Live Nation runs all the venues.
They would have
We talked
caused.
about this
He
in
was like,
previous
it
episodes.
wasn't.
They probably
it wasn't
own the
enough.
pyramids.
He goes, it wasn't enough to do it in
Oh my God,
Houston.
y'all get so
Now-
worked up about Live Nation. Why did we even? All right.
Now-
He brought it up.
Now
So-
I gotta cause a national catastrophe or an international catastrophe in Egypt.
All right, so it got canceled. That didn't even happen.
No, I know.
It didn't even happen. But let's get into the album itself. First album in about 4 or 5 years. So
What
something along
y'all
that line.
think? What y'all think?
Mid.
It was mid.
It was mid.
You heard it all the way through?
No,
When'd you
I
hear
haven't
it?
heard
Yeah,
one song.
so
You haven't heard one song? Okay.
Don't
I
even
just wanted to
fucking-
upset
God,
Fred.
dude.
All right.
That pissed me off.
I know.
That pissed me off. All right.
What'd you
right.
think, Sen?
I personally thought it was really good because
It was really good.
So-
out of a 10, Anthony Fantano it for us.
Ooh,
I don't know. I'll give it a good
Fantano.
8.5. I
Oh,
don't
so you'd
think
be
it's,
wearing a yellow button up right now.
I don't think it's, in my opinion, as good as Astroworld
Okay.
by just like a little bit.
Just a little
But
bit.
then again, there's also certain things where like
Was
technically,
Astroworld even an 8?
yes, the Astroworld was really really good because when I first heard that,
That show
like,
was pretty good.
it was like pretty much no skips. It was musically just shit that, yeah, his voice and the things that he does seem so generic, but his soundscapes are always so crazy. Like production for everything. And this time, the first song didn't sound like necessarily a Travis Scott song when you listen to like the beat at first. You're like, what the fuck is this? My dad's words were, it sounds like he's traveling or something. And I don't know if that was because the Egypt shit got into his head, but he's like, I sent him, hey, the album drop, and he was like, this sounds like if he's been like traveling the world. You remember when Alicia Keys
But
spent a
isn't
lot
that
of
what he
time-
said? He said, I've been traveling the world looking for Utopia. So I thought that was the whole theme of the album, is me traveling with different beats.
I mean,
The
possibly.
first song is like this like very Middle Eastern sounding beat, like the one you'd hear when they like pan into India and then they have the background
but it
voice
doesn't
singer.
sound like something Travis Scott would.
It's
It
like
doesn't sound like Travis Scott,
It's like a
and it
Michael
was
Bay
cool.
movie there in the Middle East, and then
Basically.
you have the guy that says, "Welcome, my friend."
Yeah, exactly. I felt like someone was about to say that.
and that was kind of like the vibe. It's just not like you're not just getting some psychedelic trap beat
Mm-hmm.
and him like auto tuning over it. And then he went into like,
And
I
then
don't know if
he
you got
rapped
to My
over it.
Eyes yet, because I don't know if that was before Meltdown. You stopped at Meltdown. I don't know if it was before, but it's like this piano ballad for half of it, almost like this. Like it basically sounds to me like if they told him make a Frank Ocean type song, and then he like did it. Like he pretty much started like it was like very minimalistic production in the beginning, and then he like pitched his voice up and down like Frank Ocean does a lot.
I did hear that one.
And I was like, oh, this is super out of the ordinary. And then it just transitioned into just a club banger on some sicko mode shit. And so I was like, okay, this is
So
cool.
what does the song identify as?
That's the thing, is I don't think these songs have identities. I don't think these songs have identities. They've transcended identities. And part of me thinks that his whole thing is raging, which there were a lot of type of raging songs, but I think people were like, is that all you can do? All you can do is make people rage, or can you make people feel other emotions? And I kind of think that might have been the theme in certain parts, because he needed to show some diversity.
All right. So since the Gaza thing was canceled, now I say he pivots to Utopia, Texas, in the middle of nowhere. and then kills people there with Live Nation.
I think he was trying to do Atlantis, the underwater city of Atlantis. That was a thought. Some people are saying Pompeii.
Atlantis? Like
the underwater city, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
not Atlanta.
No. The one that's in the Bahamas?
Shit,
The resort?
No, I don't know. Not that. That's a fake ass Atlantis, dog. I'm talking about the real Atlantis.
How is he planning on getting there?
Yeah, how's he
the
gonna get there?
submarine?
A submersible of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah. What if it?
I know a dude. Well, I mean, not any, but you know, I knew a dude.
No, so okay. Let's quickly talk about the meltdown song.
Well, see, him talking about him still working with Live Nation baffles my mind. That's like if someone signed up for that same
None of them got
submarine.
They all kind of just
I know.
charged to the game.
They all charged it to the game. But that's like if right now we said, "Hey, we know a guy that can make us go see the Titanic," and we link up with that same company.
I understand that, but the problem is you have no choice, and you're likely under contract. And like you have to realize, like Live Nation and Jay-Z's ties, they're like things are too deep. It's such a big company that you're gonna have some cracks in the foundation or whatever.
So was Taylor Swift right?
Well, that was Ticketmaster.
Oh,
She was
okay.
beefing with Ticketmaster on that one.
Aren't they owned by the same people?
I don't know, but I mean, I guess it's different facets. She wants to own the ticketing service. That's really what she's trying to do. She wants to own her own ticketing
She wants
service.
to be Amazon.
Yeah. So the song Meltdown, because you were calling it Tea Time, the wild part, and I don't know if this is just why they called it Meltdown, but I don't know if you remember, and I don't know if we covered it, that earlier in the year.
Golf tea or British tea?
I think it was both. He was kind of acting like it was both.
I didn't even get that double entendre.
But he, I don't know if you saw in the news a little while ago in the little sphere of the internet that he had bought
Pharrell's chains,
right? And it was like a big
yeah.
thing.
Well, I
And
knew
he's-
someone bought it, and
No,
then in the song I found out Drake bought it.
Well, no, it was already announced that Drake had bought it before. It was like he was seen with it. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, I did see like that on social media.
So then he's talking to Pusha T, and you know how the Clips and Pusha T and Pharrell and their whole tie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he goes, "I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Don't give a fuck about none of that heritage shit." And then he said, "Since V been gone, or since V not around," and he's talking about Virgil. "Since V not around, the members done hung up they Louis. They not even wearing that shit." And I was just like, damn, he sounded hella aggressive in that whole verse. And he was just talking disrespectful.
Did he have his pink nails on?
No, let's talk about now.
Hold
That's
on.
gonna,
Okay.
Hold on.
Y'all fucking.
That's gonna lead me into a few other things, but
That's
last thoughts on
that's
the
a hard
album.
line. Oh, that's a hard line. That's crazy.
Last thoughts on the album. Y'all
Like,
haven't listened to it all the way through.
petty and crazy.
That is petty and crazy.
because I haven't heard the album, and I heard about him melting it down that bar. And then when he bought Tupac's ring, which is another story now for like $1 million, like his pinky ring.
Yeah.
They're like he can't keep getting away with this. Like what if he melts that one down too?
He could.
He's
It
just
doesn't
erasing
matter.
history
Yeah,
and replacing it all with
yeah.
Degrassi gold chains.
Still,
and-
nah.
But what if that was a thing? It's like
what
Thanos.
if he gets
you collect.
his old wheelchair and melts it down?
Like what's your favorite rapper chain? What's like one that comes to mind?
I mean, what is
Wait.
really just like, I mean, probably the Rap A Lot chains. I mean, everybody, nowadays, that's the thing is like everybody makes their little pendant or whatever. It is kind of like, it doesn't necessarily matter anymore. And I think if he repurposes it to like a modern shit, just is what it is because it is gold or
I mean, he
silver,
did
whatever
buy
the
it,
precious
so it's
metal
like
is at the end of the
whatever.
day.
It is what it is.
But he's kind of like, fuck all y'all shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, just kind of being mad disrespectful to the people he looked up to also, which is one of those things too, where I think it's one of these things where like, I'm above this shit now. I looked up to y'all, but fuck all this shit now. I'm the next big thing or whatever. But y'all haven't listened to the full album. So he does this thing, same way he did with Astroworld, where he does not put what the features are on the songs. So you have to just listen to it all the way through and be like, is that such and such? So I've heard 2 songs with 21 Savage. That was cool. There's like 2 or 3 songs with Future on there. There's 1 song with Young Thug on there. There's a bunch of other features that I don't know their voices enough to be able to identify.
He said free Jeffrey, and I thought he meant Epstein when he said that.
Oh
so
shit!
I was like, I thought he was dead, bro.
Damn.
That is insane.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
he was
And then I
definitely
went,
talking about
oh,
Williams.
never mind. He meant
Definitely talking about Williams.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, we can't just brush off Ruben saying some crazy stuff like that.
What do you mean?
No,
I forgot. You know, I don't reference him by Jeffrey. I know him as a Young Thug. So
he's Jeffrey, dog.
if he said free Young, free Thug, I'd be like, I understand. But he said free Jeffrey. I was like, Epstein. I was like,
No,
damn,
that's insane.
I didn't know we were
Second to last song has a
yeah.
SZA feature, so that's crazy.
Because he used to date her back in 08.
That was Drake.
Yeah.
Why is Pharrell
Oh,
auctioning off his chains though? That's what I was thinking about.
I mean, at a certain point,
Maybe just like
you
art
get
pieces?
new chains. You get new chains, or whatever.
Right. So he doesn't care.
Exactly.
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
he shouldn't care. It shouldn't be that big
Because
of
if
a
it
deal.
made that, if it
It's
mattered
the-
that much, you would
it's-
give it to someone else
Well,
in the crew.
Exactly. Or he would give it to like
It's
a museum of Pharrell. I don't know, where they
it's
have
the
like
fans
20
caring.
20-gallon hats, which
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
never addressed.
Yeah.
Why does he have 10-gallon hats?
Because he's got. That
We don't
swag
even
like
have
that.
10-gallon hats. He does. Nobody has a swag like that.
He does. He's like never. He never ages. He's always got the
Yep.
craziest swag. Like
He does never age.
He's got like insane Richard Mille's on his wrist.
I don't know why you had to say it like that. I mean, I'm sure that's the right way to say it, but you sound.
Rashad.
Richard Mille's.
I thought it was Mille.
Richard Mille? Yeah.
You got to say it like all the rappers. It's a Richard Millie, and that's it.
Nah, it's
Nah,
Rashad.
Rashad Mille.
You don't say it the same way.
F1 fans be
No, bro.
swearing they high
No,
class.
West Side Gun put it in a song, so we all know how to pronounce it now. That's how it
Apparently
is.
West Side
That's
Gun
why
was
we
on
all
it.
say Amex. That's why we all say. What is it? Amex? Amex? I don't
Amex.
know.
Amex?
I always said Amex.
I don't
it's
know. You
Amex.
worked for them, bro.
Yeah. Well, somebody get on my ass all the time.
Doesn't fucking matter. It's American Express. It's How would you say America? X. X.
There you go. So I said Amex.
I used to say
I learned that
Amex.
off of
I-
Frank
wait,
Ocean's
yeah,
song.
I used to say-
I learned
I
how to
say
pronounce things because rappers said it in a song, and that's how
They
I
all
pronounce it.
pronounce it wrong too. They all say Richard Millie.
Well,
Protect Philippe.
but West Side Gun corrected us
Yeah,
just
he
most
did.
recently. It's Rashad
Apparently,
Mille.
Richard Mille.
apparently, West Side Gun was also on the album.
Really?
That's what I saw a feature list.
Is that his?
I
that
saw
his?
a feature list
No.
of like all the features, but it didn't say what songs. It just said all the features. There's Playboy Cardi feature in there.
Did
But
he
yeah,
just make weird noises?
pretty much he just said fiend the whole time,
Yeah.
and it was like that type of song. But
Wow.
I say all this to say that I generally think it was a good project. Now, there's another project that also came out same day, and it's a pretty big project. But because Travis Scott's project's so big, it's kind of flying under the radar. I feel like
Who dropped?
Post Malone dropped an entire album self-titled
Did he
Austin.
really?
Yeah,
What's it called?
Austin, like his first name. And so that's a really big, when Post Malone drops albums, like it generally is a very big deal.
Is it?
I mean, he's one of those crazy, like especially when
He is very good.
He's
He
really
makes a
good,
lot of
and
hits.
He has
What
a lot
was
of
the
hits with his
last-
Diamond Records.
What was the last album called? For me and
He
the
had
people who don't
Sunflower.
remember. Well,
Yeah,
that's
like,
what it was called.
No,
That was a
just off
song. Okay,
off the
the
Spider-Man
same.
soundtrack. No, the last one was
No, do not play it.
Why
What
do
is
you be
wrong
doing
with
that?
you,
You
sir?
kidding me? Copyright.
Yeah, for real.
At least do it for Utopia, not for Post Malone's album.
Well, that's the one that feel like would get under the
No,
radar.
their team is fucking vigilant. No, but yeah, no. So
I just want to
that
see what it looks like.
yeah, well, you don't gotta play it to see what it looks like,
Right? He
And
wasn't
put
even
it up
looking
to the
at
end
it.
of your word. You were
Oh
just,
man, if you are watching on video, Pablo
Damn, no
held his phone away
features.
from his face and into
No
the mic.
features, bro.
absolutely no features. All right, let's get into a few other things here.
You look
Yo,
like
when
a
you
dick.
go start
wild.
watching The Bachelorette and The Bachelor?
When my girl's on it and she doesn't seem to want to be on it.
Hmm.
You only be on that when your girl's on it. Like you don't, as a dude, come up and put.
You don't
so-
put your girl on?
No, because here's the thing. The
put my
whole
girl
idea.
on.
This is
Nah,
what I
shit.
buy into. What I understand. The way you start watching it is your girl got it on. You're walking through and you're like, the fuck is this bullshit? And then you start standing there, looking at what's happening. And then before you realize it, you watched an entire episode just standing there.
Yeah.
So I would have to put it on. My girl would have to walk in and be like, the fuck you watching? And then hopefully that happened. And then I'm the girl that put my girl on. That sounds insane.
Or
That
you
sounds
just like, hey, let's
crazy.
put something on, and then you
Yo,
both
I
watch
bet
the
you
first
this man
episode.
I bet you ain't even watched Barbie yet, bro.
For real, you didn't watch Barbie yet?
I'm more of an Oppenheimer person myself.
So did you even watch
Bro,
that?
that's-
Nah, I don't
No,
watch
my
Oppenheimer
God.
either.
Yeah, he
Bro,
does
how
have a
you not
kid.
pull up
You got
to
a fucking
Barbie?
kid or something? Like, what the hell? You don't got time?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't got no time.
You don't got time for a 3-hour movie about the atomic bomb?
Yeah, bro.
Honestly,
Just under
Yo,
your breath.
I heard. Yo,
hold on.
Say.
I've been wanting.
USA.
I want to watch it just
USA.
because it's popping right now. Just because like it's been talked about
Pun
so
intended.
much. And so,
Yo, I heard it's like
and-
sexual for no reason.
Well, I showed my girl the trailer, and she's like, "You don't even watch movies like this. Like, why are you trying to?"
Damn.
Oh
put me
my
out like that.
God.
She's like, "You
Damn.
don't even be watching movies like this. Why are you acting like you want to watch this movie?" But then she keeps on trying to tell me, I don't know if y'all know the pros and cons or whatever, but she really steady trying to get me to watch Sound of Freedom. She's like, "Why don't we just go watch Sound of Freedom?"
I don't know,
Why-
bro.
yeah,
You
why
got a
don't-
kid
Sound
now.
of
That's
Freedom is
gonna
good.
hit different.
But do you know the whole controversy?
And doesn't
with Sound of
like
Freedom?
Tom Holland get his back blown out on that movie?
Is that in Sound of Freedom? I don't think that's Sound of Freedom.
Or there's like
I think that's a whole different thing where
No.
Tom Holland gets his back blown.
I've been seeing the memes where they're
But I
like,
don't
"This
think
y'all
it's Sound of
Spider-Man."
Freedom.
It's not Sound of Freedom.
I don't
Blown
think it's
like
Sound of
Ricky or
Freedom.
blown like Lena the Plug, but damn.
Like
Yeah.
Lena the Plug. Well, because he's
Because everybody was like, "This y'all
Wait, he's-
Spider-Man."
he's gay in the show or movie.
Oh, really?
Whatever this
Yeah,
is.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
People are saying it's in retaliation to
Euphoria.
Zendaya. No,
No,
not
Zendaya.
Euphoria. There was
Yo.
another thing she was in where she was getting ran through.
Yeah, she basically like makes out with two dudes. It's like in a trailer for a new movie, and then everybody was clowning him.
Because and then now they're like, this might be his retaliation. He's gonna get his back blown out on camera. But anyway, Sound of Freedom. So you know what it's about, but you know the controversy with it.
No,
That it's either one of the dudes that are in it or one of the directors. One of the big people involved in this and promoting this is a known QAnon person. So the left's got to not support it. And there's all these things like, why isn't Hollywood supporting this movie? And then I heard someone talk about how the first scene starts. And they literally say that, and they're saying this like in support of the movie, that basically they say, do you want your kid to be in TV shows? And they like basically tell them to come to an audition. And then they come to the audition and they say, come back in a few hours to pick up your kid. And then when they come back, they're gone. So I don't think the TV studios really like that message when it comes to people in the industry. Because apparently Fox made it and had it. And then they merged with Disney.
So is
and
that
Disney
why-
didn't want it.
is that why
so
Roman
they
quit
sold it.
acting?
Say
No,
again?
that's not. We were on.
I was like, is that why Roman quit acting?
Yeah.
No, we were in
industry's tough.
reputable. We were reputably represented. There was unions involved. You know what I'm saying? We're on strike right now. But anyways, that's why I started. We're just on strike right now. Okay?
Oh, that's right.
all that's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah, yeah.
Just bring the baby to the movies. They love the movies.
Yeah, I don't think people love babies in the movies.
Sounds like a them problem.
Yeah.
You're just trying to enjoy Barbie. There's a child crying, screaming.
Sounds
Bro,
like the
you
perfect.
would like Barbie.
You already saw it?
You are
Yeah,
Barbie.
you are Barbie.
So, did your girl just have a real affinity for Barbie? Like, because we're trying to figure out, did you have to have a Barbie for you to feel this nostalgia?
No,
No.
Because Alicia never had a Barbie, so she doesn't understand the hype.
she had a Polly Pocket.
Was she a Bratz kind of girl?
I think she was a playing with sticks out in the sand type of person.
Sounds
You
kind
know,
of
she was the
broke.
last of how many kids? You know what I'm saying? So, and her sister came from El Salvador, which I don't think they were getting Barbies either.
Toys are
Sister
more
had
expensive
Barbies in
in
Mexico?
Latin America. Toys are more expensive in Latin America.
That's what I'm saying. They weren't popping
They
off
get,
like
like,
that. Your
one
dad
doll.
had money over there. Your dad had Barbie money over there.
Bro, my cousin in Mexico has mint condition Barbie. I don't know how much her collection is worth because she has like
Mint
Barbie.
condition
Yeah,
Barbies.
mint condition, like in the box.
All right,
kinda
now you
thing.
pissed me off. All right, no, I was joking. But so
But-
she played with sticks.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this sounds
so-
like the perfect movie. They actually talk about stick Barbie.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
For broke
did you
people.
watch Barbie?
No.
All right, because
But-
your girl doesn't care or what? 'Cause-
No, my girl watched it. She loved it.
Okay,
she said
but
she
you
cried.
You said fuck all that gay shit or what happened?
Yeah.
I just didn't get. It was
He
like
did.
on a. It was like a matinee. I got work.
He said I shaved my mustache. No.
Yeah. It kind of offended me low key. It felt like a. It felt like an attack on men.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Ben Shapiro got one thing in common.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what a WAP is, and I mean, he was pissed about it.
Yo,
I saw
he
a
was-
TikTok
he was
where
so
they
hurt.
Did you see the one TikTok where they're like, he talked about this? He made like 6 videos, it totaled 2.5 hours.
He did.
And then the movie's only 2 hours long.
Yeah.
So they're like, you spoke about this movie 30 minutes longer than the actual runtime. Like, that's just crazy.
Well, because here's the thing: is I understand as a parent, you know,
Yeah.
as a new parent,
Yeah.
I be understanding. Not to the extreme. His job is to be extreme. His job is to like
Yeah.
be wild for no reason.
But it's all fun and games till you got a kid.
Because no, here's the thing: is like, all right, let's just say you're not a political person. The problem is they are political, and it's against their political agenda, and that's the reason it bothers them. But they all act like
We're talking about Ben Shapiro.
yeah. I mean,
Oh my
those
God.
types of
Everything
entertainers
is
and stuff.
We have more topics to talk about.
but
Barbie's
I say all
great.
this
Go
to say-
watch it if
but
you
I say
haven't
all
watched
this
it.
to say that like at this point you have to be like, all right, if you just want to take your kid to go see like a Barbie movie, it'd be about Barbie, and you're like, all right, cool, like she loves Barbies, and then now
It is about Barbie.
studios attach a political agenda.
There's no political agenda.
To
It's
a Barbie
crazy.
movie.
Zed has not even watched it. He's already like, bro, he's already been brainwashed. He watched the 2.5 hours of Ben Shapiro.
All right,
got
I didn't
you.
watch a single Ben Shapiro.
But y'all heard
No.
this Post Malone?
Chill out. Chill out.
No, but like this one.
Chill.
You know this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's let it go. We're gonna copywritten.
Oh, even for this one?
Yeah.
Probably.
All right,
Damn,
all
they
right.
got everything. All right.
Damn, they got everything.
No. Look. Not.
Did you watch Oppenheimer though?
No, wait, hold on.
No, bro.
I'm trying to back you up because I actually saw it.
I haven't
All
had
right,
a
all right.
chance.
Was there a political agenda?
There was just a moment that made me roll my eyes
Was
where
it
I
the
was like,
speech?
If his wife was in here or Alexis was in here, they'd be calling his ass out right now.
you don't even know what it is.
From what I've heard,
You hadn't seen it either.
from what I've heard from Alexis, from his wife, from like every girl that's watched it, they really like
Girl.
it.
No,
yeah,
they're good. No,
'Cause it's meant for women.
I know it's a great movie. This is the only thing that I'm gonna say that made my eyes roll. It was when at the very end.
She did the speech.
No, that's not the speech. At the very end, some blah blah blah. I'm not gonna spoil. They're like saying bye to Barbie, and then one of the main characters, one of the real humans that becomes friends with Barbie, her husband. She's like Hispanic, and then
Bro, you were giving a lot away.
All right, whatever.
As someone who said you're not giving anything away and have not
And
watching.
I have to give back.
Stop describing people.
All right, well I have to.
Nah,
they
he ruined
made
Batman for
No,
me,
I have
and
no
I'm
idea
not
what's
listening
going on here.
anymore.
You're good. You're good. I
Which
have no
Batman
idea.
did you ruin for me?
It was the third one.
He
All right,
died.
Go. Stop. I haven't seen it yet.
Did you know Leia and
Stop, I haven't
Luke
seen it
Skywalker are
yet.
siblings?
God, did you know that Luke, he was his father? Anyways, go.
All right. So they the half Hispanic, whatever. The dad tells Barbie, "Si se puede," because he's like trying to learn Spanish, and then they like blow up on him. They're like, "That's cultural appropriation," and I was just like, "That's not cultural appropriation."
The word cultural appropriation. See, this is why I have to go on.
That's it. That's it. That was it. That was the only thing.
We're done
And
with
I
the
told
politics
Elvira
of
that-
Barbie.
And I told Elvira
And
that
it's
I was
still a
like, that
great
part
movie.
was like unnecessary.
All right, but I heard it was
It's a great movie. I loved it. I loved Barbie.
10 out of 10.
I am
Would
Knuff.
recommend.
For y'all that know, I'm
For you.
Knuff. I am Knuff.
All right, I don't know what the fuck that means yet.
Yeah, you wouldn't, Kenneth. Oh wait, he's Kenneth. You're Ken. I'm assuming it's off the alphabet. If I had to guess.
No, you'll just see. You'll see. But I'm Knuff.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so let's.
Cultural appropriation.
So no.
What else
The main
motherfucking
thing
going on?
was Sound of Freedom. That's what I was really on.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing with Sound of Freedom is that the main dude out here in like the media and stuff promoting it and doing all the shit for it
QAnon.
is QAnon. So you know how QAnon does lean heavily onto the like sex trafficking thing as like that's their social issue.
Yeah.
They gravitate to.
Yeah.
And it's all about the Pizzagate and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
So
they eat the kids to stay young forever. 'cause they're
right.
lizard
So
people.
there's a lot of people that are like supporting that's kind of like supporting QAnon. But then it's like it's not like there's any QAnon messaging in the movie. It's just a movie about what's actually going on. Mm-hmm. But people like CNN and the left kind of have to because it's the ops.
Do they have
to? Yeah, because they are. They're on CNN acting like it's a wild it's wild of people to go watch this movie.
It's like when someone's like, I feel like there was a lot of people. Like when the whole race thing happened that might have not cared but then got racist because they were like, well, I'm not this way, now I'm getting attacked.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know where you're going with this.
no, what I'm saying is like, here, we're just mental gymnastics, all right? I'm stretching.
All right.
So if I wasn't already thinking that CNN and Hollywood was bad, by them going against it, now I'm thinking, what are y'all hiding?
I mean, apparently Obama bought, I don't know how many thousands of dollars worth of hot dogs and pizza for the White House. And the FBI have said that hot dogs and pizza is a pedophile code word. That's what Twitter told me or X told me. Mm-hmm. So
This is the craziest conversation ever.
I don't know. I'm not gonna take sides.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
not
what I
taking
mean?
sides. I'm just saying if I didn't have a side and then I hear that they're trying to silence the film.
Y'all lost me. I'm completely lost.
So with that being said, did y'all watch the Lena the Plug scene or
No.
No.
did y'all listen to DJ Academics do the play-by-play?
No.
Oh, I was like, what is he even talking about? And I realized it's the Adam 22.
I just watched Flagrant talk about it.
So I didn't watch any of that shit either, but I saw a clip of Academics doing the play-by-play like it was fucking the finals. like he's
He's
like
just
game
describing
it's like
everything.
game 6.
yeah, he's like, okay, he going in long strokes. Oh, he pulling back. Her eyes rolling in the back of her head. She biting the pillow.
No
You'd
way.
be like, what the
On
fuck
live or
is going
something?
on Twitch?
That's funny.
Or wherever he streams now. I think he's
That's
on
crazy.
Rumble now. But
Do you ever think we'd get to a point where somebody is describing porn to you
I mean,
while you watch them describe it to you?
well, that's the thing is because I don't think
That's
he can. I don't think
crazy.
he wants. He's showing
What
it,
is
so he's
society?
not.
Well,
that's
instead of
why he's
showing it,
describing
He's
it
just
to you.
describing play by play.
Which is
What is
insane.
what does society come to?
Well, here's the thing: is him and Adam 22 are really cool.
ice
They
cream so
beef with
yummy.
each other.
We are the problem.
What is it?
They beef with each other on and off sometimes, but they just both know they're entertainers in the media space, and they're big players, and it's kind of entertaining for them to do so. But they're always cool at the end of the day. So, pretty much, Adam was like, by what I understand, was kind of like, just make all the fun you want, do whatever you want, say everything you want. I don't care. Just put the link. You know what I mean? Like, just attach the link
Link in
Is
bio.
the link to the video?
to the OnlyFans.
That's crazy.
That's
Because
insane.
basically, it's like the whole thing is like, look, this is all promotion for us at the end of the day. No matter what wild shit anyone says, no matter what happens, it's all going to drive more traffic to the site. And
I'm
to the
sorry, bro.
scene.
No amount of money is worth enough for that.
The worst thing is hearing someone really trying to hound him on the money. And Adam said, I made a pact with Lena. Lena doesn't want the number out. Like, she doesn't want, for one, there was the number that they
Sounds like it's not high
expected.
enough, huh?
No. Here's the thing. No, is that there was a number they expected that they were like, I think we can get at least this when they were talking about it. And then they made like 10x that. But to me, it sounds like the number they were thinking was kind of low. In contrast to what it ended up becoming.
So then why do
Now
it anyway?
Now it's kind of like millions, probably. But it didn't seem like it was millions when they were talking about this.
Are the millions worth traumatizing your kid?
Their kids already going to see them doing stuff. That's what they say. They say, for one, their kids already going to like be in a
Are they
more
gonna-
woke society. Not only that, basically,
Porn stars have kids.
well, yeah, that's the thing is all of their aunts and uncles, you know, like the family friends,
Yeah.
are all porn stars with kids. So they're going to be like, oh, so Auntie Riley Reid also does that kind of stuff. She's going to be like in a world. And that's like their best friend who has a kid and like comes over all the time. Like on some regular like family type shit, like when my birthday party, like all that type shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's their circle of friends. So if you just are living in that ecosystem, it's not really a weird concept to you. Because you see all these like normal independent women who are like
then you have to-
loving and stuff.
You have to homeschool your kid because when you take him out of that ecosystem, is
I
when
don't
you-
think so,
Not
because
really.
especially if you live in LA, it's kind of a woke ecosystem.
Well,
you're going to go
Who
to
the
school
fuck knows
with
who your parent is at school? Nobody knows. They're just gonna roast you for your dumb shorts or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
even
true.
then, yeah, you don't
Until they find out.
How often?
Like
did
it's
you
not like their
know
kid
what
is
your
named like
parents
Johnny
did
the
for a-
Plug or something. Like he's got
Huh?
a normal ass last name.
Well, for
But
one, it's a
per-
girl too.
Damn, but then when they hit you with the "you mom" jokes in the back of your head, you'll know it's true.
But with girls, you don't. I don't think
Oh my
with
God.
girls you get
you
bullied
reading
like
too much
that.
into this. I'm
I
sure the
think as
kid's
a-
gonna be fine.
I think with the boy,
he's gonna be wiping his
maybe.
tears, or she's gonna be wiping her tears with like $100 bills. She's
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
The
That's
thing
what
is, I don't
that's
think
what
girls get
that's
bullied
what
as much
Doja
like
said.
that on something
That's
like
what
that.
Doja said on one of her songs where she's like, basically like, I learned how to shake my ass and then I made this money and like now all these people just eating off my plate. I make random people famous by just like mentioning their name, and
Let's talk about
everyone
this.
like talks about me shaking my ass and stuff. But at the end of the day, like I'm rich. Nobody tells you how to be a superstar.
Let's
You
talk
just gotta
about
do it
Doja Cat
yourself.
real quick.
So-
This is a big topic of
so
conversation.
it's the
right now.
happened
crying
to
of
Doja?
Ferrari.
So
Oh.
hold on. So
Hold
Doja
on.
Cat has lost.
No,
Because
but-
I've seen people cry in a Ferrari in Formula One, and it's not pretty.
Okay.
But would you rather cry in a
Would
Honda
you rather
Civic?
cry in a Ferrari, or would you rather be crying here in a Toyota? Freddie Gibbs said that. And I felt that shit because I'm like, damn, I'm in a Toyota crying. About being in a Toyota crying.
All right. So, Doja Cat lost 250,000 followers.
Because
She started being reckless as shit to her fans.
What'd she say?
So for one, you know, like back in the day, she
I wanna
would say,
explain this one.
Are you sure? Because do you know as much as I know about this?
Just let him grow.
Go ahead.
Let
I'll
him take
fill
the
in the
reins.
blanks.
Let him take
yeah,
the
you
reins.
can
fill
fill
in
the
the
blank.
blanks.
Zen fills in the blanks all the times, anyways.
Even when there's no blanks to
long
fill.
times ago.
Nah, there's blanks, but go ahead.
Anyways, maybe like a couple days ago, Doja was on Twitter, and she just kind of started disrespecting her fans. She started saying that she didn't like them. She didn't ask them to be called whatever their like sub
Kittens.
name is. What is it?
Kittens.
Yeah, which is like, you know,
Which she
Justin
did, I found out
Bieber's
later.
Believers, huh?
I found out later she did because they said.
Oh yeah, they have screenshots of her, but
And she said I was an alcoholic.
but she
teenager back
was
then.
just shit talking her fans. That was basically it. It's like yeah, she just was telling them she didn't really appreciate them, she didn't like them, she didn't ask them to be called certain things. She doesn't like her fan accounts. She doesn't like her thing. So people like who are really big fans started deleting their fan accounts. People were like, basically, why are you treating us like this?
Yeah.
And it was a whole big thing of,
So she was biting the hand that feeds her.
in a sense, but I think it was also like putting a barrier up of, hey, like we're not friends. Just because you know my music and you know who I am doesn't mean
That's
we're
fair.
friends. So I don't need to be friendly to you.
So like the first thing is that like one of her fans had said like, "Do you love us?" or like, "I love you. Say you love me back." And she was like, "I don't know you. So
Yeah.
like, I can't love you."
Yeah.
Then
Which
she
is a
said the
normal
whole
response.
thing.
Which is-
the
that's a
whole
normal
thing with the
response.
whole kittens thing, which was like, anyone who's a fan of me and calls themselves kittens or whatever the fuck, go get a job, get offline.
I like that
and
line.
go help your fucking parents
That's
at the
just
house.
crazy.
Is what she said. And then, so here's what when you hear some people.
I mean, in a
the
sense, she's
industry-
got a point.
But here's what I think's happening. By what I'm hearing some other people talk about, and it kind of makes sense. If you hear her, she was kind of like, she came in as a pop star. But all in all, she was like a rapper, like in her mind. Mm-hmm. And she just got really lit off pop shit. And I don't really think she wanted to be a pop star. And with this next album, it seems like she's trying to lean a lot more into just rap. She's basically saying this isn't a pop album. This is a rap album. And I think she's trying to purge this pop fan base that's already going to be like, the fuck are you doing when she puts the album out? Mm-hmm. Because it's not a pop album. So she's kind of like, I didn't fuck with this pop shit anyway. I didn't want this pop shit. So I think she's purging that. You know what I mean? Because people who want to hear her talk her shit and like be wild and reckless are the ones that are going to probably like the album she puts out. Mm-hmm. The people that are making the fan accounts that are all over all of her pop shit are likely not going to fuck with the album. Mm-hmm. So I think she's kind of like eradicating them before they fucking turn on her once they don't get what they want when the album drops.
Fan bases as a whole
Could be
are
smart.
pretty like intense. You know, like treating people like they're the reincarnation of Jesus Christ is insane.
Adidas has confirmed that they're doing a second
they are.
drop of YEEZY merchandise.
Yes. And,
So-
and Adidas needs money, and they broke. But did y'all hear about this Pablo story? No?
All right. Yeah.
But so did you see that? Do we think that's wild? And does Charlamagne have to suck dick?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Because are they working with Kanye?
You act like
That's what
Charlamagne
he
ain't
said.
been sucking dick.
Damn.
Yo, that's so
allegedly,
crazy.
Allegedly,
Huh? Is it?
allegedly.
No, he doesn't be sucking dick. He's
sure?
married.
Charlamagne, come on,
Charlamagne.
let us know.
Come on the pod and let us know.
For real, bro. I mean, we all
He came on the
homies here.
pod, he'd be like, let's put this rumor to bed. He saw the clip. He's like, let's put this shit to bed. He comes in
Yeah.
the
He
studio.
goes,
All
yes, I
right.
did. I mean,
And then he goes, Pablo, tell us that story.
No, he would not say that shit.
would he?
All
All
right.
right. So are we not talking
yeah.
about Adidas or are we going to
No, we're gonna go
I
into
mean,
my
are y'all
story.
copping Yeezys?
I'll get some slides.
Use the slides.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
next time
I
see
think
you.
the slides are okay.
The next time you see me,
Next
I got
time
the
I see you,
slides
Hey,
on.
it's
listen
crazy
up.
that you got your toes out.
I know. I had to. I want to get them manicured. Oh, that's what I wanted to fucking talk about. This is a legit,
He's a
legit
dad.
topic. Legit topic. Have you seen the Drake interview?
The
All right,
with
so
the
my
weird
story.
girl
No.
who
That's
lives in a
important as
bed?
shit. Have you seen? And we'll extend, and I'll still let you tell your story.
Fine.
No,
You didn't see the Drake interview.
but I don't
didn't
want to talk
either.
about Drake.
You didn't see the interview?
The one with the little girl.
Yes.
Why would we want to talk about that one?
It's not a
Wait.
little girl. She's a full-on adult with kids.
Why is she famous?
this is the thing. It's like she's getting there. So when Drake was
Who
like,
is this?
so her name is Bobbi. I can't pronounce the last thing. She's popping on TikTok because she has done these like skits, these interviews. Like Seth knew about her before the Drake interview. Because apparently the way she talks to her kids is like she likes to talk shit about her kids, and I guess to parents that's funny.
Yeah.
So like she has that sort of fan base or whatever, and it's completely removed from hip hop.
So did you just call Seth like a middle-aged white woman?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Because anytime I'm like
oh, Seth, like your friend Seth. Are they talking about Seth Rogen this whole time?
No. Every time it's funny because he was like, tell Pablo I'm proud of him, by the way. He did listen to that. He did say he was proud of you for being libertarian. Now, but with that being said, like that's how I judge like what the fan bases are, what the demographics are. And so he already knew about her. I watched the whole interview. Mind you, Alicia has always been like, I don't like Drake. I hate when you play Drake. Like, I don't care about Drake songs, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
She sat through the entire interview. And after that, she was like, I want to see Drake in concert. So, because this does kind of bring out a more human element in Drake.
And did you just shed a tear of joy?
I got pissed because she's like asking me to take her to Drake now. I'm like, you should have been taking me to Drake. And now all of a sudden, you, the fan, I gotta take you to Drake. I gotta take you to Drake.
Now that I put you on.
And she's like, shouldn't you just be happy either way if you're just going to Drake anyway?
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's the principle.
It's the principle.
You talk so much crazy shit. But just seeing him like at a more human side, like her just being like dry as shit, kind of makes the artist have to come out and, you know what I mean, be a little more entertaining and say a little more to rile things up. And for one, the interview was done in a bed, which is a big ass bed. They're just tucked in. You just hear this, like, it's just a really wild side where he's like drinking a drink and he goes, can I get another one? And then she's like, who's going to do that? And then he's like, I don't know, just usually someone's around and does it. And someone did do it. And she's like, are you going to say thank you? Are you going to say thank you when he comes? She's like, appreciate you. Did you say thank you? I said thank you. It's just like, but you get like this weird thing about it, like where he's like, so do you know the song? Like, do you know Kiki, Do You Love Me? And she's like, no. And then
so was it like an Eric Andre interview?
No, they just sit in a bed. Just imagine right now we were in a bed, you tucked in, you got your pillow, and then we just talk. And we just like,
should we move the pot to the bed?
No.
Hey yo.
No. Our bed isn't as big.
It'd be like this,
Drake's.
Pablo. It'd be like this. It'd be like, so, tell me about what you did this morning.
Yeah. So I'm watching Formula One.
Wait, no, bro. What did you do this morning?
Yeah, I'm watching Formula One, and I get a call from my brother-in-law, and he's like, yo.
That's crazy. Okay, so after that, you get those types of things.
Yo, he calls me.
Hold on.
He calls me, and he goes,
hold on.
yo,
No.
he goes,
Pablo.
Yo,
Pablo.
how good are you feeling?
Pablo. So then she like does these things where it's just like it's a long interview. Like the interview does last a long time of her just like asking these simple questions and asking him for money. So like, how much money do you have?
The way you've explained it, I definitely want to listen now.
Yeah,
I've seen clips and I'm just like, I don't get this.
There's something a lot more to it. So then right afterwards, and this was a little more entertaining in my opinion, she does Lil Yachty the next week. Mm-hmm. And so he goes, the clip for that one is hilarious because the whole time he pretty much does this. He's like, I can't wait to see, because what I was saying is she had like 300,000 followers after the Drake when she had 900,000 followers. So it's not like she's getting big right now, and it's because of these interviews and stuff. She's like, man, I can't wait to see you in a few years, Bobbi, and like seeing you like in your Maybach at the pizza spot, and then being like, Bobbi, is that you? And then she's gonna be like, it's me, with the N-word.
Oh.
And then she goes, I wouldn't say that. Like, don't say that. I would say that. Like, I wouldn't say that. Oh, okay. Yeah, just put in the record, like, I wouldn't say that. She's saying, he's like, oh, you wouldn't say what's up? Oh, you wouldn't say it's me. You would just say the word. And so that was a lot more. So like the title of that one is I'm carrying your conversation on your own podcast, which is what Lil Yachty was basically saying. And like he was saying like she was saying I'm better friends with Drake than you are. Like we're best friends. She's like, no, you're definitely not as good friends as me. And they go on this whole thing, and then you see them like FaceTiming, and there's just a lot that just seems a lot more entertaining. You see them as people, as opposed to when Drake sits down with Rap Radar, you're going to be like him being like a rapper. You know what I mean? You see him more being like a dude.
A suburban kid.
Yeah. And it's like with those jokes, he's not, she's saying, I don't know who Lil Wayne is. And he's like, don't do that. That's disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, she doesn't know shit, which hip hop got mad about that. Elliot Wilson called him out, which is, from the Rap Radar. And then Drake responded kind of clowning him because he was doing like Elliot Wilson was doing like run-up interviews at Rollin' Loud, like interviewing Trippie Redd, which is kind of like, you're an intro to like journalism type shit if you haven't like run and gun pull up on someone when they're just randomly
The only
outside
person
their
that
set.
can pull up on you like that is Nardwuar.
Yeah, but mainly like you get an intro, like if you're a journalist and you're like trying to get into the game, you got to do it that way.
Nardwuar.
But we'll all give it a listen.
Nardwuar.
You definitely should.
Speaking on pulling up.
Speaking on
I
pulling
get this
up.
call.
Wait, can Zen and I tell your story?
Yeah.
And then
I think we're gonna tell
you
it
add
better.
the little
You
sazon
can
on top.
You can fill in the blanks because I think we've got it.
You don't
I
have
think we
it.
got
You
it.
don't
I
have
think
it.
we have it. I think we got it at this point. All right. So
You don't have
Zen,
it. No,
hit us up.
no,
nah, bro,
no.
we'll make you sound amazing.
So
You're
Pablo
not
gets
gonna
a
make me
call.
sound amazing.
Pablo
Pablo
gets
gets a call. And
He's
mind
up-
you,
he's up early,
he's
grinding.
watching F1 and he's lifting
and
weights.
he's lifting weights.
Yep.
And
40 on each
you're like, I
hand.
support this guy.
40 on each hand.
Yeah.
And he gets a call
Yeah.
from his brother-in-law, and he goes,
On a second
"Hey,"
phone.
on the trap phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want this stuff to get tracked. And he
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah.
"What you doing right now?" He's like, "I'm just ready for whatever, like really just ready for anything that comes." He goes, "All right, bet. So you feeling the hood right now?" I go, "Yeah, I'm feeling the hood as shit. What's going on?"
Slide?
He's like, "Bro, we got to slide on the ops." What do you mean? What happened?
No, he didn't even ask what happened. He said, "Yeah, where you at?" He shared his location. Pablo pulled up. He said, "This motherfucker went in my backpack. He grabbed it somehow, and his ass didn't know I have an AirTag in it or
Yeah, so he didn't know-
AirPods."
You know, I was tracking that.
So
was
my
tracking him the whole
brother-in-law is a nurse, and the crackhead stole it from the nurse's station. And he
Yeah.
goes, "I know who it is. I took care of this man."
How do you
Right.
know who it was before? Did he see him on camera? Or he just like,
He
Or they just saw him take it.
Yeah, essentially.
they didn't stop him?
I don't know
They can't-
how.
I don't think they can in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hospital.
yeah. It was weird how
They
it
didn't call the
happened.
police?
Well, like basically, it was just like
It all
they're-
happens so
well,
fast.
it's like when you,
crackheads are very fast.
yeah, the crackheads are very fast, and also like when they there was like who just
Which
got,
way am I going?
It,
They
it was
throw a
like,
crack rock in the air.
it was basically
Look, they
no,
just load a crack rock in the air and disappear.
Look, bro, it's basically like who just got discharged? This person. Oh, that's
Damn.
the one crackhead we had.
Nah. Tell him the real story. He did one of these. He broke some nurses'
Yeah,
ankles,
yeah,
so
yeah,
half
yeah,
the
yeah.
nurses had to stay back to mend to the ankles that were just broken.
Yeah. Okay,
And
keep
so
going.
His brother-in-law survived.
So I
had to
pick him
call
up.
up Pablo. Pablo already
Almost
up
as
4
right
in the
after this
morning.
race is over, I'm on my way.
Nah.
Nah.
Pablo's so good. He drove and watched the race on one hand.
That's right.
Now he probably had like an earphone. Anyways, he pulls up.
You were still keeping
They
up with it,
drive
weren't
to
you?
the wrong side of the
It's already over.
neighborhood, which was kind of wild. It was like between like Spring and motherfucking Jersey Village
It was-
by some Oyo hotel motel,
That's where this guy was.
and they
He was at
pull
the
up.
Oyo?
He was at
and
the
so
Oyo. That's
me
why I was like-
personally, I would have just called the police right there. But this dude pulls up to the front, right in front of
Unarmed.
him. Yeah,
Unarmed.
him and a
Mind
nurse.
you.
yeah, unarmed.
And he just pulls the fuck up. He says, "Hey, give me my shit." And then the guy drops it, and I'll let Pablo pick it up from here.
Yeah, he gave us the stuff back.
Nah, but
No,
what
there's a
happened?
finishing line to this.
Oh yeah. So he he goes yeah, I know thief. The hospital gave this backpack to me. I'm Mike Jones's brother, so like I don't need to steal. I'm famous. And then you let me know that actually Mike Jones is not good in Houston. So the fact
I
that
don't
he's
think
just,
Mike Jones is good in Houston.
yeah.
All right. But continue.
So anyway, he's like, look, as you can see, here's your wallet. Everything's in there. It wasn't. He like as he had like his cards in his hand, but I'm like, I'm not about to argue with this. Like, we're not about to argue with this man. Like, those cards are worthless. They're already blocked. They're not even gonna work. And then he goes,
So did y'all have the backpack by this point?
yeah, he gave it to him.
So you had the backpack.
And then he goes,
it had everything?
It had his car. So it had his car keys in it. That was the biggest thing is that his car keys were in it. And he also had his motherfucking, I want to say telescope, but it's not a telescope. The stethoscope. Yeah.
Oscilloscope.
And then oscilloscope. And then
Oscilloscope.
But you know what's gonna have a scope? The Blicky. After I purchase it, because this is the last straw.
Bar.
I just want to point out that I know it's the last straw. You went out looking for problems, technically, though.
No, the problems found him.
No, the problems found me.
Them.
I was just watching F1 at home.
Yeah, bro, it's not his fault. He just gets called up like that.
It wasn't like he was like,
I think what people need to know about Pablo is he'll pull up, he'll slide. You call him up. If I were to call him up and be like, hey, somebody stole my shit, he pull up.
We stole shit together, remember?
Yeah, stole shit together?
Pod?
Why would you say that shit on the pod?
It's fine.
That's a legend.
That's a legend.
Yeah,
we allegedly stole bikes together.
What's the Super Gremlin
That's
song by Kodak
legend.
Black?
Super Gremlin?
Yeah.
We were
Well, how
allegedly
does it go?
super gremlins.
Well, there's, I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin.
That's Pablo, bro. I think
knew
that's what
the
he was
perk was
listening to.
fake?
So anyway, and then so I have
Somebody drugged
so,
himself
hold
that
on,
one
let me-
time.
I have my phone
Allegedly.
on my hand and I have it ready on 911 just in case I need
He
to
said
die.
I'm not crazy.
What if he would have just stolen your phone too? What if they wouldn't have given
That's
you the
what I
backpack
thought.
and
What if
then
it
you
was like
just-
some real hood dude who was
Yeah,
like,
no,
for real?
Yeah,
and he
so
just
that's
robs them also.
The
He's
whole
like,
time,
get out the car.
No, the whole time I have to have my poker face, but I'm like, I don't know what we're confronting.
rolling it up into?
I don't know what I'm rolling into, but I'm just like this family, so I gotta roll.
Damn.
I gotta
see,
slide.
bro.
But if Jesus asked me,
Don Toretto ain't got nothing on Pablo.
But if Jesus asked me to protest student debt, I might not go because I can't be looking broke like that.
Damn.
But for this, I'll back you up.
Damn,
Could
how
have
to
just
throw that
bought a
one
new
in there.
backpack and new car.
So
If it was me, I'd have just bought a new car.
so you just anyway.
That's how much he hates confrontation.
Anyway,
Bro, but how did this homeless dude? How far did he?
This homeless dude goes
Temporarily unhoused. That's disrespectful.
He tells Jesus, he's like, so you're not gonna say thank you? I'm giving you your backpack back.
Damn,
And we're
the
just
audacity.
like, what? And then Jesus is like, hey, where's my stethoscope? Like, and then he goes, I threw it away. And he probably pawned it, but he said he threw it away.
How far apart was him stealing the backpack to you getting there?
I don't know, but they're fast, bro. They got that crack speed.
How both of you have said crackheads are fast. I just imagine them like.
It turns you into the Flash, bro.
Okay, how far was he from the hospital?
He was pretty far.
Right?
Yeah.
How far?
He was like 2 miles away from the hospital.
2 miles. That's not that far. I thought it was further. But
I mean, that's Houston.
Houston? In the heat? With
2 miles in Houston is 2 miles somewhere else.
Yeah, but like, okay, let's just say you were driving. Let's just say you were taking actual physical transportation.
Let me get
that
to,
would take you like 25 minutes.
let me get to the
2
most
miles.
let me get to the most audacious
but that's
part
why
of it all.
It took Pablo.
This man asked us for a ride.
He asked him for a ride.
Yeah, he was like, and we were like, nah.
Yeah,
And then he's asking Jesus, he's like, do you put COVID in me? Because if you put COVID in me at the hospital, I'ma sue you. And then he's like, no, we didn't put COVID in you. And as we're driving away, I'm like, I should roll the window down and be like, we put COVID in you.
This is a final.
Then you just would have gotten
goodbye.
Jesus sued.
Hey, we could
Bro,
pull.
with
we could
what
pull
money?
back
This
up.
guy's a bum.
You could pull back up. And just be like, just go to fuck with him.
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
But
That's
that was my
crazy.
story.
That was insane, dude.
The whole time I'm like, where's Zen the whole time I'm like, I wish I had the crossbody bag with me right now with the blicky inside.
With the blicky inside. For what though? You didn't actually
You didn't need it.
No, you didn't need it. You didn't need it.
Because
But
You pulled up.
I feel
saw
it's
street
crazy
smarts.
because
would Pablo preemptively pull it out?
I think so.
Do you
I'd
think
be
he would've
afraid of
showed
Pablo
up
with a gun.
Like
Wait,
instead of
what?
him, sir, instead of him with the phone, do you think like instead of the phone, it would have been the gun?
He does the whole stance. He's like, left foot, right foot, box, knees. Sir! Put the backpack down.
Because look, him with the phone to me would have been like if he had to have the phone because he didn't have the blicky.
The guy goes, damn, y'all really know me. That's crazy. The guy goes, are you filming me? Because I'm famous. I can't be out like that. I'm Mike Jones's brother. And I was like,
bro, Mike Jones's brother really done lost his shit. Mike
That's
Jones,
what you should have
bro,
done. You
pick
should have
your
been like,
brother
I'm
up.
filming you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to look broke and crazy, give
For
my
real.
fucking
And
shit
I'm going to
back.
send it to your brother, too.
Yeah.
And you should have gone who? And he would have known who.
I'm gonna post it online and tag at Mike Jones.
You said finish this number 281-330, and if you couldn't,
I'm gonna call it right now. And
I
I'm
used to
pretty sure
call- I used to
I'm
call
pretty
it.
sure he stole a cell phone from the hospital too. I'm snitching.
I used to call 281-330-0004.
You be talking, as Drake says, you be talking to the police like they therapists.
First of all, I'm a civilian. I can talk to the police. It's listen.
You can
Alright.
It's police brutality till you get messed
Alright.
with.
All right.
One final quick story. I don't know. What do y'all want to talk about?
I think that's it. I think we got
I
it.
like how you. All right, wait. I want to hear now. If I had a blicky, what do you think I would do, and what do you think I would do?
It would be very evident. That's all. Even if you didn't pull it out, you'd be holding the side bag like
with my
this.
hand inside of it.
like just like this.
No, I feel like with the hand inside is pretty scary, honestly. I don't think Pablo would do that.
No, he's
Why?
holding.
You
I
think
think he's
I'd do-
holding the bag.
If you pulled up on somebody like this, like with your hand in it, I'd be like, oh shit, okay. I feel like you'd already have it out. Like not
Shaking?
cocked, but just not even shaking, just like, I don't even know. I don't know what it would be. I'm more
think-
curious what
I
type of
wonder-
gun you would own.
What I'm wondering is if he would be the dude who just
Would I
puts
have
it
the
in
John
his.
Morant gun?
No,
Like-
would you put it in your pants and just do a stretch? Give him one of those
I had that happen to me.
where they just hit you with the stretch.
Yeah, but the shit was funny because the gun that was in there was like an old timey gun, like one of the ones with like the
Like
thin,
a musket?
No, it's a revolver.
not a musket, but like a
Likely a revolver.
like the one you see off of like Call of Duty, like.
Yeah.
that has the.
No, but not a revolver, like even
Oh,
thinner,
the
like
the
older,
thin,
old timey
like
one.
old James Bond.
It was out in Boston too, so I
Yeah.
think motherfuckers just strapped like that. They just they can't get like
Just mini
current-
muskets.
Yeah, they just
mini
you just
muskets.
gotta roll.
Hold
up
on,
the-
let me
He stole
put
it.
the lead and then let me put the gunpowder
Yeah,
in.
He
that
fucking
was-
stole it from a museum.
That's how. Hey, if you're in Boston, let us know what's up with
In
that.
motherfucking
But that's the
Boston.
gun he had.
Boston.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, that's the main story. He helped us change the tire. He said, "Y'all sure?" He did one of these, and then you saw the gun, and we're like, "Yeah, we're sure. Could you help us?" And then he helped us. It was like 7 a.m. Like, you gonna rob us in like this broken Impala? It's like a 95 Impala we were driving. This shit was crazy. The way we were rolling in Boston was insane.
I remember
Story
that
for
happened.
another
I remember. My thing is, I always end up being reckless as fuck with people and then finding out.
I didn't know at the time he showed his gun.
No,
People
yeah.
were like, yeah, so when he showed his gun, that's why I moved to the other side. I go, oh, thanks for telling me after the fucking fact. You could have just said no to him, but he didn't tell him. So he helped us, but like showed us the gun. And I was just there like, yeah, bro, like you just gotta.
No, like I remember, like just there was kids from school. That's when I realized, oh, people wilding. Like you know when you're playing like nut hitting with your friends.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One of my friends hit me in the nuts, and I was so mad. Like I was pissed.
Zen the type of dude to
And
be.
then
so
he had like his
pissed.
basketball shorts, put his gun on the table, and I'm like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be playing this game
oh my
right now.
God.
And that's what I was like. Maybe this isn't
What
the
the
game I
fuck?
want to be playing with you. You know what I mean?
You mean to
Maybe-
tell me if I would have hit you in the nuts, I would have accidentally shot you in the leg?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I started being a little nicer. I'd be like, you want any fruit snacks? This was like,
Damn.
this was
This
not
was pre
this was
school shooting every day.
Yeah, I feel like this was
yeah.
middle school because it was like
I
there was
mean,
a time
we
period.
had someone bring a gun. Like,
Yeah,
when
we
we were
did.
in middle school.
But this was just at the crib. This was at my crib.
your house?
Because he was just on the streets. So he was just like rolling, doing his street shit.
And he just rolled up on you and hit you in your nuts?
No, because we were hanging out because I got a trampoline in the backyard. So it was like,
Uh-huh.
You
we
did
just be
have it.
hanging out.
And then he just hit you in your nuts.
It was one of those like, we're all doing that shit.
So you were doing it to him.
I don't know if I had done it. I was going to hit him back until I found out he had a gun.
I see.
Then he didn't get back.
I didn't get it back in blood because I didn't want to get it back in blood. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But if you ever catch him,
And
you
from
know,
that day,
But
the
what I will
streets.
say
From
is,
that day-
what I will say is when they started robbing houses in the neighborhood,
yeah.
they didn't fuck with my house though.
so
When people, I don't know who was, but
you
people
think
were
it's
robbing
because-
houses.
when are we gonna announce
cool, or
our
you just
partnership?
didn't? No.
I was
When
cool.
are we
They
gonna
didn't wanna
announce
fuck with
our
the-
partnership with the NRA?
Hey, we'll take any partnership right now.
First
Saudi
of all,
Arabia.
get your first gun, and then we'll start talking
Saudi
about how
Arabia
you feel
dropped
about the
Messi,
NRA.
so you,
Oh yeah. Saudi Arabia, bro. Do you guys see what they offered Mbappe?
Yeah,
That was insane. It was in
didn't.
the B's.
yeah.
I haven't been keeping up.
Tell your tias
This is why I
that we
show
out
up.
here speaking for them, speaking on behalf of them. Pull
Hey.
up to anchor, drop the anchor,
Do it.
Don't threat on me.
and we out. Bye.
Second Amendment.
Stop.